Hey Camping Nation, today we're doing something that's not so much trailer repair but accessorizing. You can also do this outside of the house if you like. I've done this and got quite a few people asking me questions about it, mostly at home in person, not so much on here. But some of you saw this in the background on one of the earlier videos where I have these. Now, the thing that's beautiful about this is if you look real close, you can see the patina on there, yet it's shiny and pretty. Very easy to make. The lights are easy to do. Some lanterns are easier than others. And I hang them out in front of our camper. I want to take that one home. This is the one that I'm going to use here. And these are actual real lanterns. And this is really easy to do. You know, you want to clean them up before you paint them. And depending on how you want it to look, depends on how far you go with this first step. Well, the first step is blowing the cobwebs off. If you want a patina look and it's got rust on it already, of course you want to leave most of the rust on. There's ways of other types of patina that don't include rust. And that's pretty much what I'm going for on this. I'm going to leave the rust that's on here, I'm going to leave it on there. But you take the scratchy side and you just kind of scratch at all the raised surfaces. And what that does is right on the line on the raised surface, it's real easy to burn through the paint with the scratchy pad. And if you were to pull one out of a barn that still had paint, that's the hard part, finding one that has paint on it, with natural real patina, it's going to be very similar to this with more rust. Now, if you wanted to do this and then have it rust, that wouldn't be too hard to do either. You just get it all scratched up and then give it a bleach bath and let it sit for a day or two without rinsing. Then take it and rinse it off again. The bleach will accelerate the rusting process. Or you could just leave it outside, hang up for a month, 2 months, whatever. This is already fairly clean. Of course, you don't want to use the scratchy side on that, obviously. You want to use the sponge. Of course, be careful with these. They're fragile. Some are worse than others. Now, of course, if you don't like the patina and you want it to look nice and new, just paint it red, or just go buy a new one. But I always say put a clear coat on it. That makes it shiny, it does protect it. There we go. That's cleaner. And then, of course, just dry it off. You don't have to do this. You can just let it air dry. Just take you longer. You can go on Facebook Marketplace and just type in antique oil lantern and you'll come up with a whole bunch of them. You'll find some that are like $5 and $10, and then you'll find some that are $50. Go for the one in your price range and has the look that you want. Like I said earlier, some people don't want the rust. They don't like the patina. Others only want a little bit of patina. That's where I am. Yeah, more paint and then a little bit of wear. All right, then you set this out in the sun. For this next step, once it's dried off and in a well-ventilated area, all you gotta do is hit it with some clear coat spray paint. You don't need to get the VHT high temperature stuff. This is just what I had lying around from my car project. You don't put the glass globe on there. You just want to hit the painted areas on the bare metal and the rust, but don't hit the glass. And now you just wait for it to dry right there. The beauty is, as you're shooting it, it doesn't matter if you get a small run. It doesn't matter if a mosquito lands in it or gnats land in the clear coat. This isn't the hood of your car. So you're just going for better looking and glossy. Not perfect. And now for the lighting. This is really easy, really simple. Marketplace, probably, definitely on eBay. And definitely on Amazon, you get these fairy lights. A string with LEDs on them. Sometimes you get them that can shimmer and blink, and usually they're just steady burning. If you can find the ones that have the timer on them, that works better. That way you don't have to worry about going out there and shutting it off, because they will eat the batteries. 3 AA batteries. Don't get the AAA ones. They don't last long. You can have it on, you can have it on timer, and you can have it off. Luckily we got really, really low humidity right now, so it dried quickly. But look at the shine. And then you can see, like right here, it's got the patina going on. It's actually all over it. There's a high spot, there's a high spot, all has little bits of patina, a little bit of rust, a little bit of clear, plain metal. Okay, now comes the work. It's not really hard. Some of these are going to be easier than others. You saw probably already where I had to cut out the back of this. The red one, this had been cut out, and I was able to put the whole battery pack and just stuff it in there, and it gets pinched, and it worked out great. It holds it for months now. But this one, I'm gonna have to just slide this in here. And then, now I just take the LEDs, untangle it. That's a task in itself. Actually, I take that back. On this one, I want it taken apart. So I take the glass out, tip that, pull this up and out. It's just snapped into place. And then it leaves it looking like this. Wait. There we go, like that. And you can see right there, you can see through the hole. So all I gotta do is stuff the lights up in the back, up through the hole, and then through this. Up through here where the wick went, up into here. Now, it's not as hard as it sounds. There you go. Once you finally grab the end one, you can just start pulling it all through. Now, slide it through here. There we go. I just secured that back into place. All right, now we're just feeding this through. Got to be careful, because we got sharp edges. If you cut the wire, you have to start over with a new one. Don't ask me how I obtained that information, just nod and smile. We had to stuff the cord into the back hole, up through here. Now, we just want to stuff these batteries in here. When I cut the back of this out, I didn't quite make it big enough to get this battery pack in here. And I don't have anything out here to cut with. So I'm just going to improvise. Then you turn this on in the evening when it starts getting a little dark, and it'll have a set timer. And once you have the timer set, you just shove it in all the way, and you'll be set. And in the evening, it'll look just like this.